What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Looking to throw. Out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now Jackson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Eric Ebron, 28 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. That's two really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Switch. He's coming. He's coming. Double up. Slam. Heads in. Let's go.
Back to throw here. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powers. 25 yards that time.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Tight dog. Shit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Powers. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Back. Check 24. Yo. Stay home.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time was left. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Alert 3. Check 37. Watch the air. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slow. No. Twist.
Now a handoff looking right. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, the Panthers send out Michael Palardy to kick it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Ready? Mike free. I'm on. Shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check it out, read. Shift. Orbit.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cox. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Let him know. He's coming. We got time for a ball. Kill. Shit. Watch the shit. Kill.
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe...
And got his man complete! And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Right there. 54 miles.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 27. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 31, Jackson finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. Hey, come on. 54, Mike. Squeeze, double. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go. Jim.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go, D.
On second down and 4, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Jackson now. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. As his guys are able to regain the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
To throw again, Jackson. Flush to his right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Come on. Check it back. Check it back. Check hot route. Hot. Shoot. 25. Check 25. Hayward. No.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Rush in. Check 31. Alert flare. Tighten up.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Switch gears. Hey, check 24. Watch the try. 49.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, check back, Mike 6. Come on, the ball. Mike 6.
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. And
he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Joey Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready. Go to base. Mark 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Jackson throwing again. Steps away to his left. And that's complete to McCaffrey. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin White in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl.
Here we go. 60 outlaws. I smell fear now. I smell fear. Check 43. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, watch out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in second.